That morning began like any other, until I spotted the envelope resting neatly on the kitchen counter. My name stretched across the front in his unmistakable handwriting, staring back at me. At first, I thought it was nothing more than a quick note. Maybe he'd left early for work, or gone to visit his mother. But the instant I picked it up, a knot twisted in my stomach. It felt heavier than paper should. The silence inside the house pressed in on me, thick and suffocating, as though it carried its own presence. No shoes by the door. The bed still unmade. Small details, but glaringly obvious. Standing there with the envelope trembling in my grip, I knew this wasn't going to be good. There was a strange finality in the air, like the stillness before a storm breaks. I opened it slowly, my hands unsteady. At the very top of the page sat two words that stole the air from my lungs. Goodbye, Emmer. The rest of the letter felt like a confession, though not mine. His words flowed with an unnerving calm, each one deliberate, each one cutting deeper. He wrote that he had known for a long time, ever since that night I came home carrying the scent of another man's cologne. The night I lied and said I'd been working late. He had noticed every suspicious phone call I took in another room. The extra showers. The so-called girls' nights that were anything but. He had seen through it all. What broke me wasn't that he knew. It was that he never confronted me. He waited, hoping I would tell him the truth myself. He watched me turn into someone he no longer recognized, until the woman he loved was gone. He wrote that he didn't hate me. Somehow that hurt most of all. If he'd yelled, cursed, or slammed doors, I could have taken it as punishment. But his tone was steady, composed, quietly wounded. He said he loved me enough to let me go, because staying would destroy us both. And in that moment, I understood I had already destroyed everything. I sank to the floor, the paper shaking in my hands as sobs ripped through me. Not just from guilt, but from the crushing weight of what I had done. The selfishness. The blindness to what truly mattered. I had traded something steady, real, and irreplaceable for something fleeting and hollow. The man I betrayed wasn't just my partner. He was the one who folded my laundry when I forgot, who rubbed my back when anxiety kept me awake, who remembered exactly how I took my coffee and kissed my forehead every night. I thought he didn't notice things, but he noticed everything. Quietly, without complaint. And I had taken that love for granted. Now I was paying the price. I tried calling. His phone was off. I sent messages, emails. I even drove to his office, only to be told he had taken indefinite leave. That's when I realized this wasn't a sudden choice. He had planned it, not in anger, but in heartbreak. He needed distance. From me. From the life we'd built. The days that followed blurred together as I replayed the signs I had ignored, the way he lingered on me at dinner, waiting for words I never spoke. The nights he waited for me to open up. The mornings he'd ask, "Are you okay?" And I'd smile and lie. I told myself he might come back. That time might make a difference. But weeks passed. Then months. Eventually, I heard from friends that he'd moved to a smaller town starting over. He never spoke badly about me. He simply said it hadn't worked out and left it there. I wrote him back eventually, not with excuses, but with the only truth left. I was wrong. I loved him, and I had destroyed something beautiful because I didn't know how to keep it. He never replied. I never expected him to. His goodbye had already been given. That letter still sits folded in a drawer I never open. A reminder of what real love is, quiet, observant, patient, and gone when you fail to recognize it.